Reseller or distribution agreement, would you like to know the difference? Actually, so would I. Well, stick around and we'll both work it out together. Hi, Simon from the Contract Company. Contracts for Australian businesses. That's what we do all day, every day, and sometimes overnight. Lucky us. Righto, the difference between a distribution and a reseller agreement. Let's use an example. That's always the easiest way, I think. So I'm a mad keen mountain biker. I'm not very good at it, but keep trying. So I ride a Scott bike. Now, Scott bikes are manufactured in Switzerland. Bang. They want to sell their bikes into Australia so they can appoint a distributor. Boom. So what then happens there is the distributor, under a distribution agreement, purchases stock from Scott. Scott supplies the bikes to them, and then they then either sell the bikes themselves, or more likely they ship them off to retailers who then sell the bikes on their behalf and on Scott's behalf. So that's the main component of a distribution agreement, is the actual distributor purchases stock from the manufacturer, gets the stock, warehouses the stock, and then distributes it out to the retailers. A reseller agreement, using that same example, could be that could be direct with Scott. So retailers could sign a reseller agreement direct with Scott, or it could be the distributor. And in that scenario, the distributor or the retailers, depending on where the agreement is with, actually sell the bike, but they don't warehouse the bike. And then when a bike is sold, the retailer or the reseller really makes a commission. The bike's then shipped from Scott direct to either that person, as in the retailer, or to the client, and the reseller just makes their commission. In that structure, the reseller is not warehousing any stock. So under reseller agreements, the amount of commission paid is generally much lower than under a distribution agreement. Now, in both agreements, they can have certain rights like exclusivity. So a distributor could be the sole importer and distributor of products in Australia, or they might have a non-exclusive right. In fact, in some cases, they can often compete with the manufacturer, because the manufacturer may actually want to sell direct to consumers in Australia as well. So there's a whole lot of different configurations about how they can work, but that's the main difference between them. I'll just go through quickly again. The main difference between them is the warehousing of stock. Now, as you can imagine, if you warehouse stock as a distributor, you carry more risk, and that's why you're going to get a bigger slice of the pie. Anyway, that's reseller versus distribution agreements in 2 minutes or less, I hope. If you found that helpful, please feel free to share it. Any questions, please get in touch, simon@contractcompany.com.au or 1-800-355-455. Thanks.